And then this woman came up to me and was like, I just have to let you know, you are the hottest person I have ever seen. Whispered it in my ear during the show and then went and sat back down. She had 2 kids with her. Should have gone for it. I could have been a stepmom. Damn it.
You will be.
Hey Siri, remind me to tell Layla about this crazy thing that happened yesterday.
Voice memo, Hannah. You will not believe who I saw last night.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you the epiphany I just had.
Girl, I know we just talked, but I forgot the best part of the story.
Layla, I cannot wait to tell you.
Hannah, I literally can't wait to tell you.
I can't wait to tell you.
I can't wait to tell you.
I can't wait to tell you.
Wow, it's a rainy day.
It's a rainy day, but you'd never know it.
You'd never know from how we're dressed. Spring ready.
Spring ready. We're
Feeling
kind of
alive.
in a little.
I wish I wore my white pants.
It's okay. How are you this morning?
I'm good. We were talking about this off mic, but for some reason today's like, how'd you get like feeling flustered, but also good.
I feel so deeply, like I can feel myself interrupting people and I need to take a breath.
That's a really good note for me
as
too.
you interrupt me.
Keep going.
I think definitely I've had a lot of sugar, caffeine today. I have been tracking my sleep, which I normally don't do with my Apple Watch.
Ooh.
Turns out my average is 9.5 hours, which is like very good, but concerning in different ways of just
what made you want to track it?
I never even think to track my sleep with my Apple Watch because I don't want to wear my Apple Watch to bed.
Yeah.
And then Claire was talking about, friend of the pod, was talking about her sleep score. And then I was like, you know what? I should try it. The very first night that I tracked my sleep, I slept 11 and a half hours.
Oh.
And it was like, I had like 8 hours of REM. Like it was 8
hours of REM.
It was like crazy.
That's a big dreamer.
And so I think I'm, if not sleeping too much, but I got a really good night's sleep last night and I'm just feeling it.
That's the thing about those scores is that when you do get a good score, there's nothing more satisfying. You're
Right.
like, I did really well last night.
I think I set the bar very high because the other night I got 7 hours and 50 minutes and it gave me a pretty bad score for
like
that.
an 88?
No, like it gave me like a 60 for that.
What?
But I also was past bedtime. They subtracted a lot of points for being past bedtime.
That kind of pisses me off how the Apple Watch does that because the Fitbit sleep score, sorry to get into the nitty gritty of it all.
Please.
The Fitbit sleep score didn't do that, but the Apple Watch does track like what time you go to bed and it'll deeply subtract your score if you go to bed at like midnight.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off.
Stupid.
Really stupid.
Before we get into our very exciting guest, get into the usual program, I have just a statement that I need to release. Last episode, I did so much Aries slander. I really was talking so much shit about Aries. And you know, then we found out that Shelby was an Aries and I kind of made these bold statements about, I don't know any Aries. I don't get along with Aries, sort of really saying all of this. I leave and I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh my God, one of my best friends, Nicole's birthday is in 2 days. Oh my God, one of my best friends, Lauren, who I was in her wedding, is in a week. 2 of my best friends are Aries. And my brain didn't calculate that they were Aries. So then I texted them and I was like, you're going to hear this episode. And I didn't even realize that you guys were Aries. Turns out I fucking love Aries. And specifically, I fucking love Aries women. And so I just wanted to do a public service announcement that
Thank you.
I was really, I was just wrong. It was all fake news.
Wow. Fake news.
Fake news.
I was like, whoa, I have a lot of Aries in my life. Is that a problem? But then now hearing this, I feel better. Because Nicole has the same birthday as Joey.
Well, that was the whole thing because I texted you because you were out of town and I'm off Instagram. So I don't know when anyone's birthdays are unless I have them in my Google Calendar. And I texted Layla and I was like, oh, is Joey's birthday today? And she was like, it was yesterday. I was like, Nicole's birthday was yesterday. Joey's an Aries, Nicole's an Aries. And then that's what like brought me down this whole spiral of realizing it. And it's so funny because Nicole and Joey are born on the same day, but they're so different.
Crazy. That is so wild.
I know.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? I don't.
What does
we
it
need to put
mean?
them alone in a room together and see what happens.
She would like start dancing and Joey would start like hyperventilating.
They're both very business oriented.
They both are go-getters. Like they
Yeah.
fucking are large and in charge.
Yes. But yeah, I just needed to say that. And happy birthday, Lauren. Today's Lauren's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Lauren.
And Easter weekend.
And happy
He is
Easter
risen.
weekend.
Yes.
Aries Easter.
Do Jewish people believe in Easter?
No.
Sorry.
Let's take a silence. No, but Easter is usually at the same time around Passover.
Because I was going to say Passover. Seder? Was Seder recently?
Yeah. I had my Passover on Wednesday, and that was, it was interesting.
Said we passed over.
We had our big Passover, kind of crazy. It was cool to watch my grandma, micromanage the hard-boiled eggs and the matzo balls. She kept like holding matzo balls out to me and being like, gluten-free. I made you gluten-free matzo balls.
Were they good?
They were good. They were very squishy. And then when I looked at the ingredients, it was like all intense chemicals, but I really appreciated that she did it for me. It was like a bomb. Literally. It was like 70% vegetable oil and then like other words I couldn't pronounce. And she was like, look at that. You love them. And I was like, thank you, Bama. And then she's like, have some gefilte. It's gluten-free. But then I think it was like matzah meal free, which actually wasn't necessarily gluten-free, and I ate it, and who knows what will happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
So today we're like a little bit off script a bit with how we've run this podcast, because today is the very first day we're having a guest that we are just now meeting in person for the first time.
This is the first time we've ever had a guest where neither of us know the guest.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you would have never guessed it by the way we've been chit-chat. We kind of immediately jumped in. But the way this came about was very kismet. Aaron,
Yes.
friend of the pod, got styled by this person, and it was an online styling session. And Aaron loved it and was just spouting the praises of it. And then, we're all trying to figure out ways to feel good. So I would tell other people about it. And then when I was on Instagram, which I'm not anymore, I came across one of her videos, and it was saying that she was taking an improv class. And I was like, I wonder if this person would want to come. It's sort of like a meeting of the minds. It feels very kismet. So I'm really, really excited.
And then when you brought it up to me, I was
Yes.
like, oh my God, I've been following this person since the pandemic. And it was kind of in during the pandemic, I was so anxious and in a really kind of depressive state. And this person, and this was one of the good things about Instagram, but this person on Instagram was one of the reasons that kind of got me through and got me excited. I started following her before she moved to Chicago. So it was all a beautiful, beautiful, meeting of the minds.
Yes, and I can't wait to get to know them better. And without further ado,
Julia Parzyck.
I forgot your last name immediately. I was literally thinking about having to say your name, and I was like, "Fuck, you just told us how to pronounce your last
saw
name."
it in
And
your
then it was
eyes.
just
She said it great.
Julia. Pause.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh
This
my
is so
God.
exciting.
No, I'm so excited. And after that whole story, it was just crazy that I saw you on the main stage at Second City, at the end of last year.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So nutty.
What class are you currently taking? Do you feel comfortable telling us?
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I'm taking Improv 1.
Okay, gorgeous. Who's your teacher? And we can bleep it out too.
Emily
Oh
Anderson.
my God.
Yeah,
Emily
Emily on Mondays.
Yes,
Yeah.
Emily's the best. Emily
adore her.
Was an understudy. I mean, she's understudied so many shows that
I
I've been in
know.
now.
But she was my understudy for a while. She understudied me on my wedding. On my wedding night.
And then last May.
Oh, wait, was that Emily or was it Trisha? Whoops.
That was Trisha.
Okay, that was Trisha.
But
My bad.
Emily is kind of an amazing person because they have like stepped in so many times and they're so reliable. But she was an understudy for Laurel in our like main stage before this last one.
Okay.
But she's awesome and a great
I
teacher.
love her.
Such
She's
a good teacher.
Great teacher. It's getting me very much out of my comfort zone.
Oh, good.
How's the class makeup?
Yeah, what do you think?
It's literally a hodgepodge of
Okay.
just like the most interesting human beings.
Do you have any like crazy water cooler accountant men who think they're funny?
No, actually,
Yay.
no. But we have like this guy who's like a flamenco figure skater from Colombia. And then it's just truly like, I don't think I would have met any of these people if it wasn't for improv, because it's truly just like the most random collection of human beings.
When I first moved to Chicago, I took a class like basically like the first week that I moved here, and I knew one person, Aaron, moving to Chicago. We were living together and I started taking class, and my first friends in Chicago was like a couple in their 60s, a lawyer in her 50s. Like it was literally like my friends from college would be like, "Who are you hanging out with this weekend?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going over to Doug and Lyra's. They're making me brunch." And they were all, it was just, hanging out and collaborating with people that you would never know. And I still like keep up with them 10 years later.
Oh, I love that.
I feel like whenever you're going to a place and you want to get more involved in a community, the best thing you could do is take an improv class.
100%.
Because you meet so many different people from all
Yes.
over, and it kind of forces you to be friends or
Yes.
bond in a certain way because you have to trust each other.
And
Yes.
look, a lot of freaky people come through too.
A lot of freaks.
There was this one guy, you can bleep this name, but his name was and J-O. And he would like come in and say like there was just something off about him, and he would come but it was kind of off in a way where you're like, I don't know if I'm safe. And one day, I think it was like Pride weekend, and he was not queer, but he came into class like 40 minutes late, and he was like covered in glitter and like fucked up. And he like comes in and he's like fucked up, and he comes in and he kind of just starts slurring words and like saying random shit. And then the teacher's like, we're going to pause. Joseph, can I see you in the hallway?
Shut up.
And then we never saw him ever again. I think because he had been weird up until that point. He had gotten in trouble about things and he would always push back. And then I think that was kind of like the final straw, and he got kicked out forever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was
I
really
always
scary
just
though.
love when like there are things that you're not supposed to talk about. Like if we were doing a game and someone brought up guns, and like Emily would be like, "Hey, so can we not talk about guns?" And then like kept coming up, and she's like, "Hey, so the gun thing."
The gun thing.
About that gun thing.
It's so funny picturing Emily like being so gentle about it too.
I mean, being on the other end of it, because like we both have taught too, and you have to have so many uncomfortable conversations.
It's crazy.
I would be a horrible teacher.
I mean, it taught me so much, like because I'm so
Definitely.
anti-confrontational.
Yeah.
and so having to be confrontational in that way was really scary, especially when it's like a 50-year-old man who's like
Yes.
really excited to be there, and then
know.
something absolutely fucked up in a scene. You have to be like, "Hey, Frank, can I talk to you in the hallway for a second?" It's like, "Oh, that was actually a microaggression. What you did."
He'll be like a really
"What's
sweet.
a microaggression?" And I like have to
Yes.
explain microaggressions, and they're
No.
like, "Thanks, I didn't even know what those were." And usually it doesn't come from a bad place. It comes from like
No.
nerves and wanting to say something funny and not knowing
Yes.
how to do it.
One of the funniest things is when you have an old man like that in your class and you go around and you say your pronouns and they're like, Frank, he, him? Right. And you're like, you got this. And he's looking around like sweating and he's like kind of pissed about it.
Right. They'll like say it and like roll their eyes. You're like, okay, clocked.
One time I had this really, really awesome girl in my class I was teaching, and she was so good, but she always, and all power to her, but she would always wear like basically she would come scantily dressed. And one time we were doing a really physical exercise and they had to do like an activity that they kept doing object work while they were doing the scene, and her full boob came out. and I didn't know. I was like pause. This scene's going really well.
Your titty's out.
I didn't know how to be like, I didn't be like, your nipple. Everybody close. But then I was like, let's just take a pause. I feel like we're getting really physical right now. And then she like slipped it back in and we did not address it.
I mean, beautifully done. Beautifully done.
And like the guy that she was in the scene with was like this, you know, he was obsessed with video games and like barely spoke. And he was in the scene with her. I was like, do you like this? And they're like, I'm actually having the best time of my life.
Babe will be so flat, and you're like,
and babe, those will be the one who will stay with her for 10 years.
One time he came wearing like a Lord Huron shirt, and I was like, I went to the Lord Huron concert like a couple weeks ago, and he was like, cool. And then I was like, I really thought we were going to connect over this, but damn. All right.
yeah, and they keep showing up.
A lot of freaks.
Keep showing up. I would love to hear more about what you do in terms of like the styling session. I just know Erin like got so much out of it, so I just love to hear you talk about it and ask questions about it too.
And how did you come to it?
I just love that I'm just like wearing a hoodie. I'm a stylist.
But you still look good and cool.
I know, you do still look really cool.
Like when I launched my styling business, I ended up on Reddit and someone was like, I can't believe she's launching her styling business. She's wearing a blue t-shirt. And I'm like, didn't realize stylists can wear a blue t-shirt.
What the hell?
What's the double word spider? Cerulean?
Yeah.
It's not blue, it's cerulean.
So anytime I'm like, it's okay. Like you're allowed to wear like basics as a stylist.
Also,
Jesus.
Reddit is a scary place where, because I've been off Instagram, I'm like, well, maybe I'll go to Reddit. Cursed.
When my engagement ended, people had a field day.
There was a Reddit thread about it?
Girl, multiple.
What?
People are like, I bet he cheated on her. I heard that. Blah, blah, blah. Like people were calling my gym, asking like, what happened between them, and it was insane.
Oh my God.
Crazy. Reddit is like my therapist was like, I think you should stop checking.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't.
It seems like it's a dark place, like for like anyone public facing. So like all the reality stars. I mean, the reason that I'm on it, and I'm going to say this really offhand, and I could talk about it for so long, but because of the Amanda and West Summerhouse drama.
It's great for things like that.
And so like that, I've been like investigating, but I'm sure for those people it fucking blows. To be talked about in that way.
Reddit is an interesting place.
Yes.
But anywho, I started my styling business. When was it? It was like a couple years ago. I was doing confidence coaching. I've been a content creator for a long time. I've always loved fashion. I've been recovered from my eating disorder for like 10 years. And I feel like a big part of like the end parts of my recovery were like really exploring my style and just like letting myself just wear whatever the fuck I want to wear, and really started exploring that online. And so many people are like, you should style. I would love if I could like shop your closet, if you could style me. And then I actually had a really phenomenal styling session by someone in Denver. And I was like, oh my God, I should like do this. This is like really fun. Like this is cool. And one of my best friends is a stylist. And I kind of just started exploring like what that looked like, and started offering like virtual styling. And then I do like thrifting bundles for my clients and stuff like that.
Cool.
And it's just been like,
that.
I love fashion. And I think there's so much like, I don't know, from growing up in the 2000s and like all of that, I feel like I hated fashion for so long because there were so many like bullshit rules. And I'm like, but fashion can be so fun if you like let it be fun. So I like wanted to bring the fun back in fashion.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into our 3 C's, but I want to add a 4th C just because of what you said, confidence coaching.
Yeah.
I would love to like hear a little bit, if you can give our listeners just some confident, like what do you teach in your confidence courses? What's some like, some of your, I know, I'm doing so good. A 4th C. I love this. We've uncovered a 4th C, people.
No, I love my confidence coaching. I work one-on-one with my clients, and most of the people I work with are women in their like 30s, 40s, and 50s. A lot of them are like moms. I have a client that just had a double mastectomy and like are just navigating body changes or just being a fucking woman in this society. And I think a lot of women have just, you know, you get to a certain age where you're like, I'm sick of having body image issues. I just want to exist freely. And so I really work with a lot of my clients on like navigating the inner critic that exists within us and like, how do we like build our confident self and how do we build like sustainable confidence? Because I think we want something that's really like a quick fix and we'll do all of these things and have a whole great self-care routine. And then we're like, I still don't feel confident, and like really building like sustainable, practical skills on building confidence. And it's just really fun and intimate. And I love working with my clients so much.
Do you have any confidence hacks?
Wear whatever the fuck you want. That, honestly, I used to avoid so many baggy clothes because I was like, I'm a curvy girl. I can't wear baggy clothes. And it like unlocked like a whole new level of confidence for me of just like letting myself wear whatever the fuck I want. And like I think just like not letting my inner critic spiral to make the choices in my life, like not doing something because I'm feeling insecure about it, like just doing it just because.
I love that.
And like building confidence in the moments when I'm feeling triggered or I'm feeling uncomfortable, like that's where you actually build confidence. And so instead of like me being avoidant to those things in the past, like actually doing them regardless of how I feel about it. But that's like a skill that you have to like build over time.
And kind of speaks to you taking an improv class right now.
I know. Going outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, but I'm a little introverted.
Oh, never would have known.
Never would have known.
Never. I think it's like with cool people, I'm extroverted, but like with like
losers, I'm introverted.
You know, with little stupid loser freaks.
Then I'm kind of like, no one to talk to you.
No,
Yucky.
I'm shy. I'm so shy.
No, I can get like, I will randomly get so shy.
No, see, like I like get really in my head, and people are like, "You good?"
Right.
It is really funny when Hannah, what she calls closed mouth, when she gets closed mouth.
Small mouth.
Small mouth.
Small mouth. Ingle family term.
Ingle family term.
That's hilarious.
Where it's like you're awkward and you're like nervous and you're like, your mouth gets small.
And I'm like, don't mind her. Anyhow, Scooby-Doo.
Sometimes it's just like my body rejects a setting.
No, same.
And I can't snap out of it. And I think it's like, wait, what is your sign?
Oh, yeah.
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, Aaron's an Aquarius.
I'm an Aquarius moon.
Oh, okay. Wait, what are your big threes?
Yes.
So I'm a Taurus sun.
I love how you were like, I'm a Taurus.
Taurus
Party.
Sagittarius moon, and a Capricorn rising.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I am a Scorpio sun. Almost forgot for a sec. Aquarius moon, Capricorn rising.
Ooh,
We're both Cap rising.
Cap rise.
What's your big three?
Yeah.
Aquarius sun, Leo moon, Gemini rising.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of air.
Lot of air. We were passing, I was sending a Substack article to like all my gals yesterday of like exploring our moons and like what your
that's
moon
like the
means.
biggest like one actually. The older you get is like
And mine was so on like my
Wait, send
Sag
this to
moon
me.
is like, okay, I will. It's so on point of just like, it also just tells you what you need. And like for like air moons, what's your moon?
Leo,
which is that Earth?
Wait, is that air? No, that's
Or
fire.
Fire. So you're the same as me.
Okay.
Because Sag is fire,
Yeah.
right? So like ours is, are you a competitive person?
Not in certain settings.
Yes. So like I like grew up like being an athlete and like I'm not competitive, like in comedy and doing all that, I'm so uncompetitive.
Yeah.
And then in terms of like, I love to play a game and I love to win. I love like sports and being physical.
Okay.
Like it's one of like the best things we can do is like go do something with like a goal, whether that's like go on a long walk or I think I sent an email last night. I might take jujitsu.
I started jujitsu, and the guy I was dating, I would come like home and I'd be like, "Can I show you my moves?" And he would like be like, I think he was genuinely scared of me because like I was just like so.
Okay, wait.
love
This
that.
is like so kismet.
But
Did
it
you
was-
enjoy doing it?
Loved it.
Did you do it in Chicago?
And that's because you're a fire moon.
I love physical activity.
Yes.
Like I love boxing. I love heavy weightlifting. I did Olympic weightlifting.
Yes.
Like I'm like I just want
That
to
is very
box shit up.
fire moon of us.
Yes,
like
I
we
will,
want.
If you
it's like
find a
jock
place, I will
culture.
take a class with you. I have like my little outfit.
Okay,
A jujitsu outfit.
I like. Well, you have to wear it for certain ones, and I'm like, okay,
I have
have to buy
honestly,
this?
get kind of like hot. I don't know. I don't
Right.
get it, but like it makes sense because you have to like grab onto people.
Yes.
And
I
you get in
think
some precarious little.
I'm so curious because I'm such like, I grew up in like roughhouse culture. Like
Yeah.
me and my siblings like roughhoused. And like even as adults, our cast, like when I'm comfortable with people and I know they like to roughhouse too, like Adonis on our cast, like we would like hit and shove and sit on each other.
I want to like wrestle my partners.
Yes, same. I'm like so physical in that way. And I get like, I guess I get pervs ruin everything. Right?
So there's usually a lot of girl classes,
Okay.
like, which I love. And then like you can take some of like, in my experience, I took like all women classes. And a lot of the time there'll be like self-defense classes, which is great. And then you can kind of like go to like open gym for other ones. And I will say though, in the jujitsu community, consent and like
it's like everything.
It's huge.
Okay.
And like
love that.
Yeah, it's like really big. Like I was kind of like, ew, like rolling around with men, but you actually
Right.
feel like pretty safe because they're like big on like tapping out and like you good and
Yes.
like honoring that. Like if you don't honor a tap out, like you're out.
Okay, I was like
Okay, love
Googling a
that.
lot of like the gyms in Chicago and everyone was very, like I was looking for like comments from women and
Yeah.
everyone, it seems like a respectful art.
No, and honestly, it's kind of empowering when you like get to like wrestle or spar with like a guy and you're like stronger than him and you're like, oh,
I mean, that
love
makes me
this.
like so, like,
No,
it
horny.
makes me
Yeah.
so excited
I'm like,
to be
yes.
like, and
I'm like, you
if I
bitch.
ever am
Like-
in like a like imagine if you're in a situation where you're actually in danger and you're
Yes.
like, ha, 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 like,
No,
and you just like
it's-
fucking fuck. So I'm like, that was so powerful.
Dream
to
come
me.
true.
Dream
Yes.
come true. Okay,
there's
wow,
like a
then I have to do
jujitsu-
it.
empowering.
Isn't there like a studio in Ravenswood or like a place? I feel like I've passed one
There's
on
one
Damon.
right by my house on Milwaukee. That's the one I emailed last night.
I'm also like
I always see
maybe
like kids there, but I'm like
they
surely
usually have
they
kid
have it all the classes.
hopefully
I'm in like a never been kissed situation where I'm like going to like a kids jujitsu class.
Dude,
I'm
those
beating the
kids
shit
are
out of
intense though.
you're wearing like a little ball cap.
I
the
like to
little
do
thing on top.
jujitsu. And then Layla's an air sign or air
Oh,
moon,
yes, yes.
and then Aaron's also an air moon. Theirs is all about like airflow. So it's
It was
like
really
You need
interesting.
to like open up windows in your house, like
Fresh
get
air.
fresh air, like cycling. Like Layla's a huge biker, is really really good for Layla.
It was really
What's your moon, Shelby?
interesting.
Which is
Pisces.
water.
Water.
Water. It was like all about like water.
Shut up. But it was like
That is so profound.
It was like submerging yourself in water. It's supposed to be like incredibly grounding for you, which I was also like, I don't know a lot of, because I was going through my co-star. I was like, I don't know a ton of, here I go spitting out facts that probably aren't true. I don't know a lot of water moons, but then I was like, John Love is a water moon and he's scared of the water.
I love water.
Whoa.
And oh my, okay,
Really?
that's something. It's seeming like it's something in y'all's inner child, because it's all about, your moon is also about your inner child and what your like inner child like wants and was like get rejected in the past. So
That
That
was
was
like-
like scuba diving. Like take that up.
The thing that
Shelby
I
said
found
hard
so
pass.
interesting, like with the Aquarius moon of it all, or the air moon, was like the like spiraling thoughts of like how you can, if you are dysregulated, you can think over something for so long, way more than anyone else. And I was like, this is so validating, and also exactly why I'm on Zoloft.
Yes.
Because it's like,
Yes.
because I can go into, it's crazy how imaginative I can be when it comes to anxiety, and how I can go to like such crazy places in my brain when I just like sit and resonate on one thought. But then when I'm regulated,
Yes.
crazy how I can like be really, I can just, that imagination can be put to use when it comes to like other people,
Yes.
where I'm able to explore those options with other people, or like hear what they're having to say versus thinking on my own shit.
No,
I'm trying to
love
remember-
my Prozac.
what did
Yes.
what did mine say about me being dysregulated? What do I do?
Well, it was talking about like with dysregulation, well, feeling like often trapped in like a situation if you have to do the same thing every day. And then
which
also
really resonates.
I thought it
for
was
me.
really interesting for for Fire Moon, how it was like your inner child, like having to grow up like early or like having to take care of business and do things quickly. And I feel like you are such a like take care of business or like older child
like
vibe.
truth teller in the room, sort of thing.
100%.
Or like sensing lies in the room and being like, something's not
I'm
right.
the one that's like the disruptor in my family. I'm like, so I think we need to talk about something.
Yes.
And everyone's like, you're angry. And I'm like, or I'm honest.
Or I'm honest, right? But it was very our good friend Kennedy is also a Sag moon. I sent it to her, and she was like, "Oh, this resonates so hard for me." Just like it's all we were calling it the jock moon of just, and even the little time I've got, I'm sensing the same sort of energy.
Yes.
So this is all. I got to send you the article. It's
I
really
have to read
good.
this.
Yeah.
Lane's also a Sag moon, and when everything I was reading, I was like, yep.
And me and Lane really, I feel like, hit it off around certain subjects.
There was also another thing that I don't know if this was in the Substack or something I was watching on Instagram, where it's like oftentimes when you feel like you immediately connect with someone, it's not necessarily like that you're connecting, but more so that your moons are similar and that like you can like engage with each other more easily because you have your systems have an understanding, like an underlying understanding. So when you
makes
feel that
sense.
like immediate connection,
Do Joey and Claire get along? They're both Taurus moons.
they really get along.
Wait, he's a Taurus moon,
No,
right?
he's a Virgo moon.
Oh, well, they're both Earth moons.
Yeah. But the thing that was crazy with Joey's when I was reading about it was like for Earth moons, it's really meditative to like cook or do an activity with your hands, like knitting and everything. It was like
Was
so
he just
spot
checking
on
on bread just now?
Yeah. And bread making was one of the things. I know. I haven't showed it to Joey yet because he'll probably be like, okay.
Fuck him.
Don't worry. Joey just has trauma with astrology.
Okay. We are 30 minutes deep and we have not even started our 3 C's.
Yes.
So we better get to pushing.
All right, 3 C's.
Okay. Julia, what are you consuming right now?
Okay, I was trying to think of all of this, but honestly, this recipe that my friend sent me is so, I like can't stop eating it. Okay, so I'm a big breakfast girly, and you take hot honey. Mike's hot honey. Love Mike's hot honey. You put some like shredded cheese in the pan and then some chili crisp.
You put the honey directly in the pan?
Hot honey in a pan.
On a hot pan?
On a hot pan, but like low.
Hot honey on a hot pan?
Honey on a hot pan with some shredded cheese, chili crisp, and then 2 eggs on top, and put the little top on, and you like let the eggs cook, and then you put it on sourdough toast with butter, and like
Wow.
and like the cheese gets like crispy on the bottom, and it's like this sweet chili. Oh, it's like I can't stop eating it.
Oh my
Okay.
God. It's
I
a little
love
It gives me a
frittata.
little bit of a stomach ache, but it's like so worth it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I always get nervous because there's like a similar recipe that me and my sister tried where it was you put it on parchment paper, but you put it honey down, then like brie cheese, and then puff pastry, and it went so poorly when we tried to do it. Like the honey burnt, like the pastry like didn't pop
It's
up.
got to be like really low temp so the honey doesn't burn. Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't stop eating it. And also, I've just been binging Veronica Mars.
Oh, I've never seen Veronica Mars.
Oh my God, I hadn't either. I had seen like a couple like episodes when I was younger, but it's on Netflix, and I just like can't stop watching it.
What's the premise of Veronica Mars?
She is like, her dad is a private investigator, and she's like in high school, and she like helps her dad kind of like solve crimes, but like this school has so much drama. Like
I love
it's-
that.
Grassy vibes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very
What do you think of
entertaining.
Kristen Bell? Are you into her?
I don't know. I don't feel any type of way about her. I love.
it's Kristen Bell.
Yes,
A young Kristen
And
Bell.
you see all of these other actors that like came up like in this show, which is crazy.
Okay.
but I do love Nobody Wants This. I do love.
I
that
also
show.
love Nobody Wants
I
This.
love the
I mean,
sister.
Adam
Like,
Brody.
Really love him. I love him and Leighton Meester. Like they're such a power couple in such a fun way.
And they seem so happy together.
They really do.
They
They
do.
feel like they're like we're
well,
tomorrow divorce.
their house burned down. Sorry to be a bummer. Their house burned down in the Chicago. The Chicago fires
200 years ago.
in 1886.
I didn't know that. The Chicago Fire.
No, but it was very sad. But they just seem like so good together and such a good family unit.
Whenever I was in LA a couple weeks ago, we were like driving down the PCH, and we actually like saw where the fire was, and it was like
sad.
It was so
It's devastating.
sad. It was so like I guess I didn't even think about it, and then when we were driving, I was like, oh my god,
it's devastating because I used to live in LA and I had my going away party at like Rosenthal Wine Place, and it's like right off the PCH. And I remember my friend who like drove past it because she was still living there. She was like, girl, it's gone. Like just everything. Like it's just
So
it's
weird.
devastating.
Okay, LA is like a huge topic on our podcast because in terms of like being an actor and everything like that, like oftentimes you can do a ton of things in Chicago, and then at least like 5 years ago, like pre-pandemic, it was very much like, oh, once you're done main stage, then you move to LA and you try your hand in LA, like because blah, blah, blah. It's changing now, but we're always like talking about LA just because.
And there was like a big exodus of a lot of our friends who moved to LA in like the last 5 years.
How did you like living in LA? What was your LA experience?
Yeah.
And here, I'll just give you a little background. Like, I'm a hater.
Okay. Yeah, I moved there when I was 24. I was living in Michigan, broke up with a boyfriend. My sister was living out in LA at the time. Never like, I'm more of like a New York, like East Coaster type of girl. And so I just kind of ended up in LA. And it was fun for the time that I was there. I was like 24 to 27. Great time. But I just felt like I had a really hard time like finding deep connections. And like I feel like people are kind of like, what can I get from you?
Yeah.
Type of
Period.
energy.
Yes.
And I just felt like a lot of name dropping and a lot of like, if you don't know people, then like you're a nobody. And yeah, it got kind of old.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you were in LA last week.
I know.
How was your experience this most recent time?
Well, I was there for a whirlwind 3 days, and I will say I did have an amazing time, but it's always because of the people and not because of the
and
place.
yeah, you're a visitor.
I'm
exactly.
I'm
like,
a visitor.
LA is very fun to visit.
100%.
I think it's harder to live there.
It's hard to picture myself there because there is just such a lack of community.
Yes.
And you really have to put in the effort to see your different people. But I mean, and like I had been in San Francisco a few days before that, and I was able to walk everywhere and get everywhere easily.
Not a walkable
But in
city.
LA, yeah, you have to kind of, if you're gonna walk, you have to sort of stay put in that area.
And you get in the worst fucking mood having to sit in that traffic.
Right.
Like,
know.
it's the fucking worst. It was like my sister lived 2 miles away from me. It would take me 45 minutes to see her after work. I'm like, this sucks.
I know.
So
It's
Well, how long have you been in Chicago now?
since February.
Oh my God, you're
can't
you're like
believe it's been
baby.
February.
So I
Baby.
moved last summer.
Okay.
In June. I was here June, July, August. It was like an absolute it was horrible. Like I had a horrible summer for like many reasons. Ended up moving home to Michigan for like 5 months and then just moved back in February.
Okay.
So much better.
Good.
Thriving.
Yeah. What area do you live in?
West Town.
Okay, gorgeous. What are your what are you close to? Because I used to live in West Town. Do you know?
we can bleep all this.
I used to live like right by Kasama.
I've been wanting to go there, but the lines are always
It's
long.
always really
You
long.
can order your breakfast sandwich ahead. That's a hack. That's what Joey told me.
Hack.
I haven't had it yet, but apparently
I would never do it.
it's not for me. But apparently the breakfast sandwich is amazing.
No,
Yes.
and you live.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that breakfast
So
sandwich.
good. We were like so obsessed.
When
And
it
we would
first
like go
opened.
there every day, and then it got oversaturated.
Yes.
And I think sometimes
And then-
the quality went down a little bit.
I know. I
And
hate
then
when
the
that
owner,
happens.
I guess, is kind of an asshole.
No.
We can bleep this too.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah,
he just, like, the way he would treat
womanizer.
the employees
I've
wasn't
heard-
good. And
I've
then,
heard that.
Yeah.
And then I guess he like also is a massive like cheater and
And
mean to
apparently he
women.
was behind 9/11. I'm just kidding.
Wait, Hannah, you have to repeat what you said to me. I had Hannah voice memo me like everything that happened with Amanda and Wes because I was like, I don't understand. Like, I don't watch Summerhouse. Can you tell me
I sent
everything?
her a 9-minute long voice memo.
Hannah,
I love
why don't you say your quote that you told me?
I don't think I should.
I can bleep it. We can bleep it.
I don't know Julia that well, but I did say this is worse than 9/11.
No, dark humor and me go together real bad.
And it made it understandable to me.
Yeah. No, but that is crazy what's happening.
I know.
Well, I mean, can I speak on it for just a moment? Do you watch Summerhouse?
No, but I know, like, I feel like now I should watch. Like, I used to watch it, and then I was like, a lot's going on.
Totally. I like Summerhouse is like one of my very favorite. I watch all the Bravo stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, it's been a dark week for Bravo heads. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, people are like, Scandival was nothing compared to this.
That's what I'm hearing.
These are actual people that like, I looked at Amanda and I was like, she's like our girl. Like, she's our nation's.
The downfall of her is crazy.
The nation's girl's girl. Like, and she gets out of this marriage that everyone has been rooting for her to get out of. And immediately, and it was like, she was like about to have her like Ariana moment where she like, you know, could do anything.
Yes.
And then she fucks over her best friend. Like, and all the details that are coming out is just like, I don't think Amanda was who we thought she was at all.
No.
And she like fooled me. She really
I've
fooled
heard
me.
people are real fucking pissed.
And like
the other girl, Sierra, right?
And Sierra
she's
is
like a gem.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Stunning.
The most beautiful woman I've literally ever seen.
Yeah.
And it just like even last, like the day that it happened, like, I mean, I was on phone call. I had like a clipboard. I had like calling all these people. We were just like Bluetooth. It was like literally, it was like an emergency. Like it was. I was not.
Thank you for your Bravo emergency.
When I got a screenshot of, because I'm not on Instagram, so I didn't see it. So I got a screenshot of it from Aaron. I think I got it from multiple people like at the same time. My stomach, it was like a pit. I had a pit all day. I don't know. I was scared. I'm scared about my mental health of how much like last night I was going to bed and I was like, I'm going to read. I read like one page and I was like, you know what? Actually, I kind of want to lay here and think about this.
I need to contemplate.
I put down my book and just thought about it. And like, I think that's what I'm realizing a lot about myself through this situation is that like, that's when I can't understand why someone would do something, that's where I go to, okay, let me sit down and look at this from every single angle to try to understand why this happened. Like, if I don't have concrete evidence of like a rejection or a betrayal, I'm like, well, this person's good, so how could they do that?
Okay.
So then I try to think about it in every way. And that's what I was doing last night. I was like, well, there were things I didn't see. And I'm like, I'm not involved in this at all.
You start making like a beautiful mind grid on your wall.
Like up till 4 a.m. I feel like therapists are probably having a field day.
Yes.
Like they're like, okay.
Right. Well, also, so West is someone like, cause he and Sierra got together and like, West is like medium hot. Actually, you know what I'm going to add is like my friend Caitlin, she asked for, or in my college group text, someone was like, can someone please explain this to me? And I was like, I'm sorry, I just sent a 9-minute voice memo to Layla. I can't do this. So then Caitlin sent a 3-minute and 3.5 minute one. I'm going to send it to you, Shelby, so you can put it right here and people can either skip past it, but it's a beautiful, it has like data, numbers. It's like 10 years ago. Like it's so well done.
Summerhouse started, I think 10 seasons ago. So 10-ish years ago. Amanda, who is our age, and Kyle, who is now 43, flirted their way through the first couple seasons, became official girlfriend. We saw their love story throughout the entire show, and then they eventually got married around 2020, so like 5-ish years ago, and everything was great. We all shipped Kyle and Amanda. Fast forward a couple years ago, they started Loverboy, which is a seltzer company together, and it just started cracking at the seams. They're at a huge amount of debt, and Kyle just started to like take it all out on Amanda, like in different ways. So over the past couple seasons, it's just been like, girl, just leave this man. He does not like you. He goes out, he gets blacked out. There's rumors he's hooked up with people like the past couple seasons. So we're like, Amanda, it's time. But she stayed with him. Well, finally at the beginning of this season, her and Kyle posted a story, Instagram or whatever, that they are splitting up, they're getting a divorce, and then the season starts. So we're like, God, finally, like it's about time. And so this season that's going on played last summer. So now we're seeing, how Amanda and Kyle just start not liking each other. Great. So Amanda and Kyle, they're getting divorced. Now, West, new character on Summerhouse 3 years ago from Columbia, Missouri, pretty charismatic dude. Like, I liked him right away. He's funny. He's just a cool dude. So whatever. West and Sierra first season start hooking up. And we're like, oh, we like this. Then the next season, Wes comes back and is like, yeah, I don't really like Sierra. Like, I didn't want to lead her on. I just kind of want to do my own thing. And Sierra was so pissed. Then they start getting back together again. Like, we can start seeing it together, like, fall out in this next season, how they're kind of like flirting again. So the rumor, and now confirmed, is that West, who is hooking up with Sierra, and Amanda, who just filed for divorce from Kyle, are hooking up. What's fucked up about it is that West and Kyle are friends, yes, but we kind of don't care because Kyle's kind of an asshole anyways. Amanda and Sierra are best friends, and Sierra has vented back and forth for the last 3 years about how she's in love with West and she can't help it. And here Amanda is hooking up with the guy that she's talking about. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And over the past 5 days, all the characters of Summerhouse are dropping like cryptic messages. And so finally, West and Amanda dropped this message today on an Insta story that was like, oh, we're catching feelings. We don't know exactly what it meant. We wanted to make a statement earlier. Just devastating for Sierra. You're venting to your best friend about this man that you've been on and off with for 3 years. And she's just hooking up with him. So yeah, fucked up.
As Caitlin said, West is medium hot, but he has Riz. And the danger of Riz is like crazy because he like pulls like the hottest women ever, but he fucked over Sierra once and we were all like, fuck him, we're over him. And this season, what's happening is he's getting back in Sierra's good graces. And I'm like, before I found out about the Amanda stuff, I was rooting for them to get back together. And I was like, why? I got fooled again. And like, why was I attracted to this guy? Why is this guy fooling me? And so it's making me also be like, why am I attracted to, like, I still have like kryptonite for like certain like things and guys that
like
are
he, like,
toxic.
was kind of fooling everyone.
And that's part of the production too.
Yeah.
Like they're setting him up to look that way because they want everyone to feel that way.
And like, but production and Andy, like they were all so shook by this. They were like, couldn't believe it. Because this whole season has been West like being all over Sierra again and all of us rooting for them to get back together, which apparently it just came out that they did get back together from like November to February.
This is why I don't trust men.
And then they started in him and Amanda. And through all this, Amanda was like it is just, it makes, I'm sick to my stomach again.
I guess my feeling is
It might be the coffee and the donut.
No, it's Sierra, West, and Amanda.
Are you sure it wasn't the sugar?
No, it definitely wasn't.
I just don't understand like what love is worth ruining a friendship over, especially when it starts off on that point. Like betraying a friendship to start a relationship, you're already starting off on a rocky road. How can you ever trust the person?
I think in your 20s, now being in my 30s, I realize like I have fucked up in my 20s. I have done things I'm not proud of. I have like not been honest in times that I didn't want to be honest, but like those things taught me that it's never worth it.
Oh, fuck no, to lose a friend.
To lose a friend
Never.
and to like, I just don't ever, I mean, knock on wood, this would be insane if this ever happened, but I never ever see myself being competitive for a man ever again, being like putting my friendships before, like it just seems so foreign now because I'm like, I'm sorry, it is hard to find a guy to be even like attracted to, let alone like fuck over someone that I love. Like
I would be lost without my female friends.
I mean, truly, and
It's
think about
not
the
worth
long
it.
game. Like, I just feel like your friends are people you have in your life forever. Versus, like with men, they don't have good data behind them. You don't know.
And you don't understand the depth of female friendships.
And like I think in your 20s, it's harder to realize that. You're just like, of course friends are fun and obviously, but then like as you get older, I think you really understand the value of it.
Your girlfriends are your soulmates.
It's everything.
Yeah.
And like what I look for in a partner is different than I look for in my 20s in terms of like, I don't need my partner I would love to have a partner who's like a best friend, but like I also have best friends. But I'm like, if they bring other things
I feel
to
like
the
no
table,
man can ever bring as much to the table as my besties do.
no, they can try. Like, I think it's
There are other things that'll be great, but
Right.
like,
But I
Good
don't.
luck.
But all of that being said, all of these people are in their 30s. So like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
disappointing.
Sierra's in her 20s, but I'm pretty sure Amanda and Wes are both.
To me,
I
it
think-
just reads as so much insecurity.
Shelby, will you
and
look up their ages?
whenever you're that insecure, you're never going to get the validation or security from a man that you think it's going to give you. Like maybe at first when a guy is into you, it's like exciting, but then past that, it's like, no, it's not going to take it away from you.
and they were pretty close, weren't they? Sierra and Amanda,
Best friends. And like, while this secret affair was happening, puts out a statement at this Marie Claire event being like, I wouldn't have been able to make it through the separation with Kyle without Sierra. She was checking on me every day. Meanwhile, she is just fucking it like it.
That's brutal.
This is why black women don't trust white women.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And like the week before, they had this really beautiful conversation about race where Sierra was talking about how the first time West fucked her over, how she was like, I was getting all these messages being like, not only do I get criticism for like dating a white man on television, but then having like a white man fuck me over on television. Like I had all this criticism, all these eyes were on me, and she like was explaining in such like a beautiful way, and they were all listening to it and like absorbing it. And then for the next week for this to happen, I'm like, wow.
It's just like I
Heartbreaking.
can't imagine the hurt.
I can't imagine either. And I'm hoping Sierra gets like her like Dancing with the Stars
because
back
the
right?
Ariana like come up, the
Yes.
glow up was insane.
I like apparently
That's the one good thing.
Well, here Rihanna, Amanda used to be Rihanna's favorite, and Rihanna followed Amanda on Instagram. She unfollowed her on Instagram. Wait,
Rihanna-
Like-
Rihanna,
Rihanna?
like Rihanna, Rihanna, no last name.
Wow,
Rihanna.
dude, can you imagine knowing that Rihanna unfollowed you?
I mean, that would probably be like one of the worst things of this entire
100.
situation. And apparently Rihanna, this is all from like garbage Reddit that I'm reading. Like we were just talking about this, but apparently Rihanna's trying to get Michael B. Jordan and Sierra together. Could you imagine?
I think they are like 15 years apart, but I'm here for it. I'm here for
that's
it.
okay.
Age of attraction.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that all of this.
Yes, Shelby.
Sierra's 30, West is 31.
Oh.
And how old is Amanda? West 30, Sierra,
Sierra
31.
31.
Amanda 34.
Bitch.
Oldest.
Gross.
Okay, what are you
I'm
contemplating?
glad that. I'm glad that all stemmed.
Who's only 39?
B. Jordan is only 30.
Okay, okay, they're only 8 years apart.
That's
I'm glad all this stemmed from your Mike's Hot Honey breakfast.
You know I had an agenda. I was like, I'm going to talk about this some way.
How can I bring it back to this?
What are you contemplating?
My new like hyperfixation activity once improv's over.
Oh my
like
God.
I don't know what I want to do next. I told myself in my 30s that like I want to try new activities, new skills, new things that like get me out of my comfort zone. And the first thing I started doing when I was living in Colorado was take up horseback riding again.
Ooh.
So I started horseback riding. That was humbling. Because I like loved horses growing up and did horseback riding. But like as a 30-year-old, like, whew, I was sore for days.
Wow.
So I did that. I did jujitsu.
Yes.
I did wheel throwing, like pottery
Oh my
and stuff like
God.
that.
Whenever
And
you said wheel throwing, my mind went to like,
That's what I thought too, the axe throwing.
I was like, pop off. Never heard of that.
And now I'm doing improv, and I'm like, I don't know what the next activity is. My dad gave me one of his guitars, and I'm like, do I teach myself how to like? Do I take guitar lessons?
I mean, as someone who taught themselves guitar, it is like if you're someone who can get like hyper fixated on something,
Yes.
like that's
For
where
a short period of time, then I'm like, I'm done. Next.
Well, I'm very jack of all trades,
Yes.
master of none.
100%.
Where it's like I want to learn everything.
Yeah.
But like with guitar, it's
Like who
that
knows,
was
I might
really
start
fun.
busking, you know?
What was busking? The dancing?
No, busking is like
busking?
going out on the street and getting money.
With your guitar case open.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like maybe that or taking another type of class
Yeah.
or like, yeah, I don't know. I have to figure out like what is the next skill I want to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely applies to me and Hannah right now too, because I feel like we're in a reflection period of like figuring out what we were talking about right before the pod of like what we even like anymore.
Yeah.
Right. And like really trying, like whenever I texted one of my friends thinking about jujitsu, they were like, yeah, this is like your time to like do some fucking random ass shit. And I'm like, yeah, I really.
Let's all take a class.
Let's take a class. I really am like, I really want to do jujitsu. I'm kind of, I've been talking a lot about not monetizing all my hobbies.
Yes. Yeah.
And so like, I want to like take classes in something that I have no interest in like performing or like there's no other goal than
it's
to like
just for yourself.
Yes,
That's
literally.
exactly
just to enjoy it. I thought about, I've been looking into like hip hop dance classes.
Oh my God, you should come to my little fatties and baddies dance class.
What is it?
We have like a little group here in Chicago. It's called Fatties and Baddies, and we do like inclusive little group hangs. And we're doing a dance class at Diva Dance, and it's like a hip hop class.
when is it? Plug it.
Sometime in April.
Okay.
April 28th? No.
Okay, we can.
It's
We
like
can.
a Tuesday evening.
Oh my
Love
gosh,
it.
I'm so
okay,
down.
I'll send you guys the little sign up.
Because like that is such a inner child. Like I was that kid who had friends over and we would make up a dance in my basement and then perform it for our parents.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Oh,
April.
yes. Okay, yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Shelby.
you for letting me
Shelby
know when my
found
event is.
But yeah, just like thinking, I think that's such a like hobby culture, and like I'm kind of in a bit of retirement right now.
Yes.
Because
I feel that way
I'm
as
just
well.
like so lightly employed, but kind of because I love doing yoga, and I was like, oh, it might be cool to like get my yoga certification, but I'm like, do I want to teach this?
Sometimes like monetizing things kind of takes like the fun and excitement where it's
right.
like, I just want to learn a skill or do something that
Yeah.
is solely just for pure joy and like learning.
I'm curious. So, because would you call yourself like a content creator? Is that how you would?
Yeah.
So, with doing that, have you ever been someone who's like, I want to be an actor or I wanted to be a performer or things like that?
It's never, people have told me like, oh, you should do comedy. Oh,
Yeah.
you would be like a good actor. It's just never been something that like I've explored. I would love to take like an acting class. But I don't know. I feel like it would make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, that's so fair. And I think it's cool that you're like, then,
But then I'm
taking
like,
an
maybe I
improv class
should
or
because,
whatever and just be like, oh, this is fun. But I was just curious of like that intersection.
Yeah,
of,
it's definitely like come across like my thoughts, but then I'm like, I don't know.
right.
Totally.
Yeah.
I feel like in being a content creator, it's sort of similar in terms of being a comedian where you have to still do things outside of your creation to be able to keep creating, like finding your joy or having skills outside of it so that when you're talking about your life, it's like, and here are things I'm actually doing for myself.
100%.
Because it becomes like your whole world.
Yeah.
And then it's really hard to step outside of it and be like, wait, I don't even remember what my opinions are on anything.
Yeah.
I like, because I made a bucket list that I shared with our listeners, and because I like saw this thing on Instagram of like, have these like side quests and you're like Masogi and all this stuff. And so kind of in the vein of doing random shit, I've been like working on this bucket list. And actually in the last week I got something off, which was cold plunge in Lake Michigan.
I want to do that.
And it was, so I found through someone that works at Fourth, they told me about this like North Avenue Beach sauna. And so it's like a mobile sauna that's on the beach. And then you go and you can they have a cold plunge there. And then you can like,
sauna.
yes.
Yeah, exposure. Like,
Yeah. And so it really was so random because me and a friend of the pod, Claire, we go and it's like this guy, and you can bleep this out. And he is like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't hang out with straight guys like ever really. And I'm not really like exposed to them either. And like, I'm like, they're like aliens to me. Cause I really like, I mean, we have like a couple straight guy friends, but it's like, I don't like hang out even places that they go.
Who's seeking out straight men?
Right. But
Where do they all go?
we walk up, he's like this little like short king who has like, you know, the mustache that's like very in right now.
Classic.
And he is just very much like, this is my sauna, like come on in. And we were like, there's like a changing room that's like maybe like 4 foot by 4 foot. And we're like, so we should just get in our swimsuits. He's like, yep. And so then we like go into, because it was like a group sauna activity. We go into the sauna. It's hot. The only other people who are doing the sauna is like a what we found out to be like an influencer and her boyfriend, and they were like again, I don't really hang out with Gen Z a lot, but like I'm not kidding. Like how they talk to each other, they're like, huh? Like they didn't like. It was like. We're like, oh, so do you guys do? We were giving huge boomer energy because we're like, do you come to the sauna often? And the girl's like, oh yeah, it's like a total fire experience. And then her boyfriend, I was like trying to get him in the conversation, and I'm not kidding. Whenever he talked, he was like,
It's like Sims
like
talking to each other.
like neither of them enunciated, nor were they making eye contact with each other. They brought their phones into the sauna with them. They didn't really want to talk to us, even though we were really asking a lot of questions. And then when we left, we were like, we're gonna go jump in the water. The girl was like, is it okay if we move your towels so we can take some content for? And we were like, sure. And so then we go and we jump in, and we are just like, well, we also immediately when we got there, we're like, where's the bathroom? He's like, there is no bathroom. He was like, if
Lake
you need to pee, you can pee in Lake Michigan. So we're out in freezing Lake Michigan, like squeezing out pee and like
that would be tough.
Screaming and laughing, having the time of our life.
This is so fun.
Was it so cold?
It was so cold, but so invigorating.
I wanna do
And
this.
it was so fun. And so then we go back in, and then the Gen Zers weren't in there, and we were like, and Claire's like, how do you like choose people to like make content for you? And he was like, oh, well, you know, it's like people will reach out, people with like millions of followers will reach out, but like I find like a sweet spot is like 5,000 to 10,000 followers like in Chicago. And he's like, and you know, they have to be pretty enough. Like, and I'm and me and Claire were both
I was rooting for you.
and me and Claire were both like, oh yeah, of course.
Wow.
And we were like, this is so, and then he left, and I was like, this is so interesting that he felt comfortable enough to say that
out
to
loud.
us. Like, we're either giving energy of like we would never, like, we're just not in that category.
He's like, you old harlots wouldn't
Exactly.
understand.
He was like, oh, you old wenches, you understand. And like,
Yeah, I wish you spinsters could do it.
right. If we to get to an older audience, we could ask you, like, he was giving that. We like went to because he like also there was like a separate cold plunge where he got Lake Michigan water. Also, all these people are like running down Lake Michigan, like staring at us, and we're just like in our swimsuits, and we're like, and like it was giving boomer where me and Claire were like both in like modest one pieces, and then like the content was in like a white. She was in not to shame her, but like white biker shorts and like a white triangle bra thing. Where I was just like,
My nipples
I wouldn't
would
be able to
break through
I would
that.
get arrested. I would get arrested if I was wearing that.
Truly.
Like, I would, it wouldn't
That would be down to my belly button. I'm not even
It
kidding.
would not be okay. But we were like getting in that cold plunge, and was like, you gotta get, he's like, what I always say, you gotta get your tits in the tub.
Are you kidding?
No. And so we're like laughing at the like absurdity of it, and also sort of trying to like needle him to like say other weird shit because we thought it was funny. And so we're like, we were in there, and Claire was like screaming, and then we were getting up to Claire falls, cuts her leg open, has like blood coming down her leg, and she's like waddling out, and she's like has blood running down. She's like, I need a Band-Aid. And then it was such a funny experience. And then like we asked the influencer girl, we were like, can we see like your Instagram? And so she showed us another time she had come to the sauna at night, and it was like her like and we're like, oh my God, that's your friend bleeding.
Yeah, literally.
And then as we were like leaving, was out in front of the sauna like reading a book, and I was like, what are you reading?
Infinite Jest.
Well, no, even worse.
Just like,
We started calling him P. We'd be like, hey, P.
Hey, P boy.
And I was like, what are you reading, P? And he was like, I'm reading the Meinhof method. It's like the guy who...
I'm not reading any more male authors.
I dated one of those guys. Oh my God.
I was like, wow, that's really on brand for you. Like, it was just...
Ew,
and
no.
then like...
I wish he could have been like Ella Enchanted. Something...
Heated rivalry Hillary.
Please. But all that to say, it was such a memorable day. That was just so, we were like around people we normally wouldn't be around.
I love side quests like that.
It was such a fun side quest. And like, then just like walking back to the bus, like dripping wet, like covered in sand in the middle of winter. It was like, oh, this is so fun.
Oh, I
and
need to do this.
I do think the sauna, that was like the last weekend. And, but I do think it's getting warm enough where the water is still cold and you can do a cold plunge.
Scary.
It was so much fun. It was really, really fun.
Very invigorating.
Yes.
I got certified in breathwork, not in the like annoying like
no, I'm in it. I love a woo woo.
But like I went to it was like an naval academy in Colorado, and I did this like whole weekend training, and like I did pool training and like all this type of stuff, and we did like ice baths, and I got trained on how to like facilitate ice baths. I love that shit.
Do you ever teach any like
do a workshop?
I haven't here.
Do you want to?
We could get a group together.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
I totally would.
Let me even say, I'm just like really speaking out of my ass right now.
I think I
but
know.
I feel like fourth, because fourth has breathwork classes, but there's only one teacher who's like trained in breathwork right now. So if you ever like are looking for a space,
No, I would. I like love doing.
I was just gonna say maybe we could do like an I can't wait to tell you fourth collab event and have like a breathwork workshop and I don't know.
No, I love doing that type of stuff.
clack, business.
Yes.
Okay,
that would be
we
so
go.
cool.
From the ice bath.
I know, yeah. What's your 3 C's?
Have you been to Air?
No.
Oh my gosh! So you have to, if you're into that kind of stuff, you got to go to Air.
Okay.
It's Air Ancient Baths.
I
and
bet
it's
you could
like-
get some kind of deal with air or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's like all different heated baths, and then there's cold plunges in the steam rooms, and they're actually really cold and good.
okay.
It's really good. It's just
expensive.
like way too expensive, but it's great. Like I went.
If you have like a special occasion, and
Yeah,
stuff.
I went like a month ago and it was so fun. Like we took a little edible and went in there and had the time of our lives.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna
the
check
ice
it out.
baths are really cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, we got to keep trucking along.
I know.
I could talk forever.
What are you curious about?
I was thinking about this of like what am I curious about? And honestly, I think it's like my sexuality right now.
Speak on it.
I've always been bi, but like I just came out. God, when was it? When I was like 32. I'm 36 now, and I haven't dated women in a really long time. Like I. In my early 20s, had some sexual experiences with women, went on a couple dates with women, and I feel like now that I've like talked to like more bi women, the experience of like going on a date with a woman, they're like, you're not really into women, and I'm like, but you're like, I'm like on a date
with you.
right? And they're like, oh, you're not experienced enough, and I'm like, well, how do I get experience if you're not letting me? Like, you know.
Meanwhile, there's
building
like
my
all these straight
resume.
men that are like, I'm bi, but I'm also married to a woman, and I never plan on dating a man.
Literally.
I'll never touch a man.
Yes. So like,
I think dick is disgusting, but I'm bi.
People catching strays.
Sorry.
No, but I just like kind of put that on a back burner of just like dating women. And it was something that also just like dating women in Colorado, the women weren't necessarily like super my vibe. No shade to them by any means.
Granola.
But, what?
Were they granola?
Yeah, a little too crunchy for my
Yes, yes,
opinion.
yes.
Like a little, yeah. And so now that I'm like dating in Chicago, I was like, let me like open up my Hinge to like both.
Yeah.
And yeah, just kind of exploring like what that's like. I've gone on like 4 dates with this one girl.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to hot yoga this morning.
Cute.
And yeah, it's been really fun. It's just so different in
what's
dating men.
Yeah, what's
like,
the big differences?
the curiosity and conversation with women. Like, men do not know how to ask fucking questions.
Right.
And it's like, I feel like so many in the conversations I have with men on dates, it's like I'm leading the conversation, where it's just so refreshing to like be in conversation with another woman and like it just flowed. There's like a mutual curiosity. There's depth. We're talking about periods. We're talking, you know, like talking about everything. And it's really, really refreshing. So that's just been something that I've been like curious and exploring. amazing.
Yeah, I love that. How do you see dating in Chicago as a whole as compared to other places?
Oh my God, so much better. Just because it's you're like, I feel like from what I see on social media, people are like dating in Chicago is awful. However, coming from Denver, horrible dating pool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I saw Love is Blind Denver.
That was the worst one.
It was
really
so
was.
bad.
So bad.
But it also wasn't a good representation of the people of Denver.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like, who are these people? Like they were all
Right.
like transplant. Like I'm like, where are the Wooks?
Yeah.
Where are the like
Totally.
where are the Red Rockers? You know, like
What are Red Rockers?
people that go to Red Rock shows.
They're redheads who love rock music.
Red Rockers.
Yeah, I'm like, where are the little EDM like
Yes.
you know, like hippies? But yeah, there's so many more people that I'm attracted to here. It's more my vibe. I love the fashion. I love the energy. I think people are just more interesting here versus like Colorado. Everyone's like IPA, hike, like
Right.
14er. And I'm like, no, I want to
Yeah.
go to brunch. I want to go for a walk or a bike ride and like go to the beach. You know?
Totally.
So like, I just feel like the energy and the things that I'm into is a little bit more aligned. And I feel like the pool of people is so much bigger. In Denver, like it's so small. And at like you date one dude and you realize he's friends with this one. Like it's like just such a small community. So I just felt like I made my way through everybody.
See that?
I dated Denver.
And yeah, I'm just like happy to have like a new pool of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had like weird dating experiences like I think anybody has with dating, but I'm like ready to have like a fun summer in Chicago.
Totally.
Like
I feel
summer
like
in Chicago is like
I mean, you're gonna.
Chicago's
It's gonna be
fun.
so.
out.
It's so fun. Are you like doing online? Like, how are you finding these people?
I was doing like Hinge, and then it just got kind of like overwhelming and just like you meet kind of a lot of weirdos, but then like also so many of my friends are in relationships, and so I like, you know, I'll go to coffee shops by myself and stuff like that. But I feel like if I'm not going out with other single girlfriends, it's kind of hard. So then I'm like, do I get back on Hinge? Because it's a great way to meet new people in a new city. But I also think like Chicago summers, there's so many events and things going on that I'll like be outside more. But I'm just not like a huge drinker or like going out. And I feel like Chicago also is a party city. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's just kind of figuring out like, where do I meet?
God, it's so hard to date while trying not to drink or just like socialize in general. But like, it's just really hard. I'll find like, especially if I have like a new friend where I want to meet up, it's just, unless I'm like, do you want to go for a walk?
Drinker.
We get a drink.
Yeah, and I'm like such a social drinker, but like I just
You're not like going out like to the clubs.
No, God, I'm 36.
I know.
I want to be in bed by like 10:30.
Right,
I
exactly.
love going to the clubs for a date.
No, I'm like, are there daytime
That's where you date at the clubs. Come on, let's go to the club. I date a lot. But I think that is like because a psychic told me that this year I'm not going to meet the love of my life, but I'm getting the ball rolling again.
Okay, I was told my 36th year I was going to meet my person, and I turned 36. So I'm like,
so you're like TikTok.
TikTok.
Well, I'm like, I like having this information because I don't know, being like, you're not going to find love this year, but you are going to like date around and you're going to like figure out what you like and you're going to get, because I was
the
for
pressure
2
off.
years, I was working 6 nights a week at Second City.
Damn.
So it's like for 2 years I was single and I couldn't really date.
Yeah.
And so now that I can, I am banned from Hinge.
Hannah got banned from Hinge and Uber, but we don't really know why.
wait, what?
So Hinge was really a mystery because I don't like dating apps anyways, but I was like, okay, Adisa was like, get Hinge, save up a bunch, and then just go through and really like weed through, and maybe you'll find a couple people you like.
Yeah.
And so I did. I like saved up and I had all these things and I went through and I'm literally like, they were all freaks. So I was just like, I said no to basically all of them. And then I get an email like 20 minutes later and it's like, Hinge has banned you for like.
Did they think you were like spamming?
I don't know. And like my sister, who has been so active on like dating apps. I was like, has this ever happened to you? And she was like, no, never. But yeah, I'm completely banned from it. But then I was kind of like, oh, well, that's not my thing. And the psychic did tell me that I wasn't going to find my person.
I don't
using
think- yeah.
technological interference. But she
need
was
to go
like,
to the
if you are
psychic.
looking for like hookups or like things like that, you could still use it. Just know you're not
It's
going to
good
find your
practice.
person.
Okay.
But that being said, I'm like, I'm trying to like date again and definitely like doing all this random shit. Like I am being immersed into like meeting people that cause I mean, doing improv for like years, that's really kind of, especially like if you're like, I'm a comedian. That's how you like meet a lot of people that you like date, which is like not great. But to meet other people outside of our world, it felt like you have to be on a dating app.
Yeah.
Because you're spending all your time at theaters, performing, all of those things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I'm not on a dating app, where do I find people
that's exactly
that I want to
where
date?
I'm at. Yeah.
Because it's also so hard for me to even find someone I want to date.
I think there's gonna
Yeah.
have to be some sort of like old renaissance of doing kind of like speed dating or like the old ways of being like going to a block party for singles or
No,
something. You know?
seriously. Like I want to like go to singles events, but I did speed dating one time and it was the women phenomenal.
Yeah.
Gorgeous,
Yes.
stunning. The men like basement dwellers.
Come on.
Like, living in your parents' basement. And you're just like,
And they're like, I'm proud of it.
Yeah. And you're just like, and all the girls, we all went out for drinks afterwards. And you're like, that was weird.
God, what the hell?
I've talked to like my friends who are bisexual or even my friends who are lesbians, and I'm like, so much of my personality aligns with being a lesbian.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even more so, I'm really aligned to getting married to a gay man, and
Lavender
like
marriage.
a lavender marriage
Love
is like
it.
so like I want that
Yeah.
for myself, but like I don't know.
I wish I didn't have a draw to like straight men.
Same. It's
so
like, really, and
annoying.
I'm like, well, like even thinking about, because sexuality is so nuanced and thinking about it, and I'm like,
spectrum. Yeah.
and in my mind, I'm like, I'm certainly not the straightest person that's ever existed,
Yeah.
but I'm also like, I've never found myself in a situation where I'm like obsessing about a woman.
Same.
In
I'm
terms
always
of like
more drawn to men romantically.
Yes, where it's like if I have a connection with a woman, I like don't find myself being like, like, and so I think that, but I'm also in my mind, I'm like, well, maybe that's just like. That's not healthy.
Or like society brainwashing us into that.
Right.
thinking
It's
that.
actually called something. I forget what it's called. It's like heteronormative. There's a phrase for it where it's like we've been conditioned like to like be heterosexual and that.
Yes.
Yeah. I forget the like name of what
Yeah.
it's called. But yeah, I like wish, because I'm very much attracted to women, but I haven't, there's like one woman in my life when I was 19 that I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with
Yeah.
her. And then she's like, I can't date you because you're not a lesbian. And I was like heartbroken. And then I was like, and then I was like, never again. And so now I'm like kind of re-exploring that. But like, yeah, I think also there's a comfortability with like flirting with men, being sexual with men,
Right.
like knowing how to like where I fit in with a man, like my energy, whereas like with women, I'm like, are we besties? Are we like,
Totally.
I want to go down on you? Like
A lot more nuance.
Yes. And I'm sure like even like having like a sexual relationship with a woman, to at least the people that I've talked to, it like queer sex just in general is way more communicative, and you feel so much more like, I don't know. I've heard people just have amazing experience where they're like loving themselves more. Like bodies are like a completely different. Shelby's like,
it's a very healing experience.
Yes,
definitely.
Like being with a woman sexually, you're just like, wow, I have like a new appreciation for my own body.
Yes, and, like,
And there's just a safety element to it.
Yes,
that's-
and also it's just like each other knows what you're doing and you like. Like there's no
Right.
like, hey, it's over here. Like
for sure. And even if it's like communicating, it's and who knows, I'm like, I think all people contain all things, but I'm like, it feels like a little less ego than a man, where it's like, you know, you tell a man sometimes like what you want, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna shut down because I feel like I'm being criticized or I'm not doing it right, where it's just like, oh, women understand like there are facets, there are things we have to talk about to get there.
It's a very like pleasure-based experience versus like the outcome of like the big O, you know?
Totally.
Gotta get the orgasm.
Gotta get that big O.
There was one time where a woman really wanted Hannah all night, and Hannah was like, maybe I could do this. And the next day was like,
Well, the next day she was like texting me, and she was she was very intense and like, because like the night I was like drinking, I was having fun, and she was so hot, so like, and I was like, okay, and we were like flirting, and I was like, this is fun. And then the next day she was just like sending,
can I move in?
She was like, when can I take you out? And like would like respond to like my Instagram stories and be like, oh, ouchie, wow, like you're hot, like just like so intense. And like immediately I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm scared. I'm like, this is intense.
There can be like a little bit of intensity, things moving quick.
one time while I was doing a Second City show, I had to go out into the audience and like stand and wait for a cue. And then this woman came up to me and was like, I just have to let you know, you are the hottest person I have ever seen. Whispered it in my ear during the show, and then went and sat back down. She had 2 kids with her.
You're like,
but I will say, I was like, that really made my day.
100%.
But she whispered in my ear. I was like, because I was standing in the dark, but it was really special.
Wow, I love that for you.
I know. I should have gone for it. I could have been a stepmom. Damn it.
You will be.
You'll be a stepmom any day now.
Okay, amazing. Let's go into our last segment, which is ourselves. Like selling something that's changed your life for the better. It can be very like minute, can be like very big. I have myself for the week.
Right, you want to go?
Mine is Ray's new album. I don't know if it's like so good. It's this album may contain hope. I think I said that right. And I love Ray just in general. Like Ray was slept on for so long, and Ray is just like amazing. She's written all these songs. Like, you know a Ray song even if you don't know a Ray song, because she's written so many songs. She's written for like Beyonce. Like she's written for so many people, and the album is just like such amazing storytelling. Like I mean, I cried listening to it. It's very emotional. Like it's leaning on corny, like it to a certain point of just like, it's so earnest, and it's so good. Love her so much. And like, I'm just very into, there's like this new, I think I'm into British culture just generally.
Yes.
Because like, I love Lily Allen. Like that album like changed my life. I'm singing Lily Allen tonight, brag. And like that album was just like beautiful storytelling. And then I think like I'm reading a lot of novels that are set in London. I think I'm just really into British culture.
Yeah, I love British shows.
British shows. But her new album is amazing. Listen to it. Listen from top to bottom.
Okay.
Give it 3 listens. And yes, because it's like a lot.
I know what I'm doing the rest of my set.
3 times.
Because like it's a lot to process. It's a lot to process. There's a lot going on. But I also might be seeing Ray, but I'm going to knock on wood on that.
Ray and Lily Allen kind of have a similar posh vibe too, of being like, this is my next song.
This is a song called Ray.
This is a song called My Heart's on the Table and You Smashed It Up.
Yeah.
She like has the whole beginning of the album. It's like, this is a song about a boy who broke my heart. It was the biggest heartbreak I've ever had. Hit it. And there's like a whole like song that's like called I Hate the Way I Look Today. And it's just like this old timey genre piece of like, I hate the way I look today.
I love the like shift back to like that type of music, like Olivia Dean.
Yeah. Love.
It feels so old fashioned.
Yeah. And it's like, ooh, I love it.
Then you'll love this because it's very, I mean, there's like string sections. It's just
She's so good.
10 out of 10. And here's what else I'll say, because I loved it so much, and then I was like looking up like what reviews it got, and I think it did get like positive reviews, but like there was one, I think it was the Pitchfork article, and it got like a decent score, but this like man wrote this like hypercritical, like, I'm just like, I don't know if critics should exist on like art is like, to me, I was like,
So
it's
subjective.
so unique. Like this album was like art. Like it is so, I'm like, we don't need to, I don't know. I feel so torn. Also having been like critiqued and having our shows like put under a microscope of like people who you like don't give a fuck about what they think, and then suddenly they're the tastemakers on whether they like it or not.
Right.
I just feel it's just strange.
And the people who are critiquing are always the people who are outside of the field.
Yes, and they're always like curmudgeon old men.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's
to
like,
me.
yeah, what would you connect with in this?
Or I feel like I was talking about this yesterday of how like the least funny people are the ones, the deciders of the funny people that get to perform. And I'm like, why
Right.
is that happening? There's so much good music coming out
So
right
much
now.
good
like,
music.
Robin
There
just
is.
came out with her new album.
Yes.
I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but it's just like fun to have Robin out there again. Olivia Rodrigo.
Well, that is coming out. Well, Casey Musgraves is also coming out with a new
love
album.
That would be a really
soon.
fun concert to go to.
That's like on my like definitely concerts I have to go to before I die.
I really want to see her too.
But I was just listening to a new album. It'll come to me. But lot of really great music
A lot
right
of
now.
good music coming out.
What's your guys' cells?
Okay, my cell. So, like I said, I went to Passover on Wednesday in Boca Raton, Florida, and my cell is inherently Jewish. It's Diet Dr. Brown's cream soda.
I love cream soda.
Oh, me too. And there's, like when you go to an old deli and they have Dr. Brown's and different sodas, like they've got
I don't even know Dr. Brown's.
Dr. Brown's is one of those like old fashioned soda companies. And there's a Diet Dr. Brown's cream soda. And we used to drink it as kids, but like my grandpa would drink the Dr. Brown's celery soda as a kid.
Celery soda?
Yeah, it's just very
interesting.
old fashioned.
Yeah.
And anyway, my Bama got a bunch of them at her house for me because she knows I love them. And
Cream soda is such old people culture.
It really
It is.
fucking
And
hits.
I love it, like orange cream.
I was walking in the rain to therapy on Thursday.
Wow, so
and
cathartic.
I know. And it was literally storming. I had an umbrella and I was
So
like,
rom-com.
I got to therapy, I was drenched, but there was an old man with a walker who was like just getting drenched, and he had 3 packages of A&W root beer on his walker.
Yeah.
Like he had walked to Walgreens to specifically
It's just
get
such a treat.
A&W root beer.
In the rain.
And he was in the rain. And then I was like, should I help him? But then he seemed happy.
God, there's just something really special and nostalgic about a root beer, or I don't know. Like
I used to go to A&W all the time.
Oh
as
my
a little
God.
kid.
Or like
Yeah.
a glass bottle of soda was like the best.
Have you ever had a... Never mind. There's an alcoholic drink that tastes exactly like a cream soda that we used to have. It's a spritz of some sort. It's like in the family of Aperol spritzes because it's like soda water, and we look up spritz it, but it tastes exactly like a cream soda.
I would be
And
interested in
I feel
that.
like
That
you would
sounds
like
yummy.
it.
Yeah.
I feel
I love a
like
spritz.
a Diet Dr. Brown's, especially after like a little edible, is just such a treat. I want to order some to get to our place as a special incentive.
Also, if you
Yeah.
like spritzes, something that, again, Claire introduced me to is, have you guys ever heard of a spaghetti?
No. What's a spaghetti?
So now I'm on the spaghetti train. So it's a Miller High Life. You
Okay.
drink or you pour out or drink a little bit of it. Then they add either add Aperol. You can also add what's the other brown or orange? Campari.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
can use Aperol or Campari. You put that in and then squeeze a lemon. And it's kind of like it's almost like white trash Aperol spritz because Miller High Lifes are like the champagne of beers. So
Yeah.
Aperol with the lemon, they're so. I think it's gonna be my summer drink.
Do you like dirty sodas?
I've never had a dirty soda.
How Mormon of you.
I'm so Mormon.
That's even hiding from us.
That was the first thing I thought
I was
about
about
you.
to say Julia's a Mormon influencer.
They're delicious though.
I've never tried.
I love using the poppy cream soda, and it's or the orange cream soda, and then you do a little sweet cream oat milk creamer.
Whoa.
And it's really tasty.
Okay, that
It's
sounds out of my
really
comfort zone, which means I need to do it this year.
I
It's
never
really good.
think to mix those, but I'm
No,
very
a little
interested.
bit of like a sweet cream vanilla creamer with like a soda.
wow. Orange creamsicle.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm interested in that. Okay, what's your cell?
It's gonna be a beverage.
Love a beverage.
Senoritas. Have you guys had them?
No.
Is that the can?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
I just went on a little brand trip with them. I got invited to go to Austin, and I'm obsessed with them because I'm a little THC girly. And they're THC cocktails, and they're now like available in like the United Center, so you like can get them at concerts and stuff like
fun.
that. You can actually, I think, get them at like bars and stuff now too. Literally, because I just would rather consume cannabis.
Yeah.
And I've had so many like canned cannabis cocktails, and they're just like not that tasty. You guys,
This one's good.
so good. They have like 5 milligram and 10 milligram cans. I'm like such a baby, and like 5 is great. Like
yeah.
10, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, we
call an
take these
ambulance.
things called horny pills, and they're 2.5.
Okay, yeah, no.
And we're
That's
like,
That's my sweet spot. 2.5.
like, especially if I'm being social.
Yes.
Yeah.
But these, a 5 milligram can, I'm a yapper on it. Never gotten weird.
I love
And they
that.
have mango, lime, jalapeno, paloma. They have a ranch water. They're so
ranch
good.
water one, yum.
They're delicious, like so tasty, and they're gonna like be my summer little drink.
I love
Sponsor me.
that.
So many drink options for this summer.
I know. I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
so ready for the summer.
I
think it's gonna be a
Make
really
out
good
summer.
summer.
I need sun on my skin.
I know. It's gonna happen. We're
Call
almost
it right
there.
here and make out summer. A lot of make. Let's
I was
Yeah, no, I really like. I just like. I
Let's
want
try to hit a
bring
quota.
back making out.
agreed. And you know what?
so special.
A make out, like, and there's so many different fun places to make out. Like, you can't have sex everywhere, but you can make out just about anywhere.
Oh,
You know?
Like
I've
I
had
just
sex
miss like I just wanna like I wanna like make out by the beach. I wanna make
God.
like I just
Yep.
yeah.
Making out, like grinding jeans on jeans.
Dry
There's-
humping.
There's just
Bring it
something
back.
so good about
I love
that.
dry humping, but like do you mean like dance grinding?
No, like
No,
when
like-
you're making out and your
And
jeans
you're
are
like-
grinding on top of someone else's jeans.
I was like, you want to grind this summer?
Like bring
Dance
back,
grinding?
bring back like the innocence. Yeah, I don't need to have sex with a bunch of people.
No. And look, and sometimes
STDs are running rampant.
sometimes
Yeah.
that's the more fun. Like the half the time, the like anticipation of that is gonna be more fun
Yes.
than like.
Oh, it's the
especially
best.
it's like if you're not.
I just love a crush.
I
just,
love it.
like,
Well, we
I want to be
learned-
consumed by a
This is what we
crush.
learned on our pod from another one of our pod episodes is a crush is just a lack of information, which was really powerful.
I love that. Until I'm extremely disappointed, and then I'm like, ew.
But on another episode, we talked about how crushes also fuel everything for us.
Right. Like if you have a crush,
Oh.
it's like, oh, I'm excited. Like you find a coffee shop
reason
and
to
you
get out of bed.
To live.
Yes.
It's like you go to a coffee shop and you know you have like a crush on someone, then you're like, okay, maybe I'll wear a little outfit and maybe I'll walk a little straighter and I'll, you know, and it's just like
Everything's romanticized when you have
Yes.
a crush.
But then as soon as like, there's even been times when it'll be like, oh, like there's one of the other owners is
Who's
like
really hot.
really hot, and we would like take like secret pictures of him and be like, look who's here. And then but then like as soon as you hear him talk, it's like, oh
No,
God,
no,
it's so it ruins everything.
No, my girlfriend Lauren and I, she's married, and she's like, I love having. She always has crushes. She has like a nut boyfriend who like sells her nuts, and like I just love having like little crushes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I'll,
very,
I'll
very fun.
tell Joey when I have a crush, or I'm like, I have a crush on him. Like,
Yeah.
and that's exciting.
are
And then he shakes me,
healthy.
and then Joey fucks me right away.
Crushes are healthy in relationships.
They are.
Okay.
This guy that we both have a crush on. Like there was a video that he posted, and I was like, Hannah, and I sent it to her immediately, and where he's like, this week we're having an event at Cara Cara where you can get a coffee. The lack of Riz
Yeah.
was just
Riz.
Voices can really ruin a
It's
crush.
just, it's just,
You're like,
he could rely on his looks, so he didn't have to get
Like,
his
don't open your
personality or
mouth.
voice.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
just
that
shut
mouth.
up.
Look pretty. Shut up, look pretty. Shut that little fucking mouth of yours. Make me coffee.
That little coffee mouth, you little bitch.
Dude, their pastries there, like those.
So good.
That'll fuck
so
you up.
good.
There was this guy who used to work there who would wear a yellow hat, and like me and Hannah would be like, "Oh my god, this guy is so cute."
Wait,
then
which
the
one?
yellow hat guy would be like to Hannah, he'd be like, "How's your day going?"
You're like, not you.
And Hannah would be like, "It's fine, I guess." And he'd be like, "Kind of crazy weather, huh?"
And I'd be like,
Get away from me, peasant.
Shut it.
Yeah, the people that like they like are interested in you. I'm like, ew, get away from me.
but he was just specifically sick.
There was something specifically. There was something sick about him.
I'm like, there's no way these people will listen to this podcast, but I'm
just
like,
never know. We're around the corner.
Yeah.
people looking at buzzwords. What a joy. This has been so fun. Feels like we've known each other forever. It must be because we have the same moon.
Yeah.
Or we're
It
both
must
fire
be,
moons.
Yes.
But so fun. Is there anything you want to plug or anything where people can find you? All that jazz.
Just my Instagram, Fit, Fat, and all that. And yeah, if you're interested in coaching, styling, I have a confidence coven that's like little bi-weekly calls, like coaching calls, and it's a fun community. But yeah, just on IG.
As part of the 4 C's, could we all say one thing that makes us confident today?
Ooh. Okay. I've talked about it on the pod before, but I love smelling good.
I love perfume. Oh my God.
Love. And like I've talked about like having like a signature scent, but like whenever that's like one of my favorite compliments to get of like,
same.
you smell so good.
And
I'm like, that makes me feel really good. And it also like, say I'm at a workout class or doing yoga and I'm like, kind of like in my own shit and I'm like smelling and I'm like, I smell so good.
No, it's
I love
the
myself.
best.
Like it makes
Yes.
me feel just so good. Or even like taking off like my bra or shirt and then like smelling that I did smell good all day. I'm like, whenever I sniff my panties, whenever I get home.
Picturing you sniffing your clothes after you take it off is so funny.
He walks away. He's like,
Did Joey walk in? I'm like, I wish I could say that was the weirdest thing Joey's ever heard me say. Definitely.
that's so funny. But no, I love smelling good.
Yeah, and I always feel like even if I look like shit or I don't feel like the best, if I smell good, it like takes me up a notch of just
I'm
being
a
like, I
mixer
smell
of
good.
perfumes too. I like my own little. My dad and I both do it. I'm like a little chemist.
Yes, I always wore Le Labo Santal 33, but
Okay.
like I've been layering the amber oil that
Ooh,
we've talked
yes.
about. And
The
so I'll
whole
put,
from
like,
Whole Foods.
Yes.
Yes.
And so like I put that on like kind of like my whole body and then I'll spray on top of that. But I love a little mixture.
Oh yeah.
Something that I like about your scent is it's not overwhelming either. Like I'll smell you and be like, and then
Yes.
it's not like
I feel like I need to smell you.
Because I mean,
Yeah, give her a
I
smell.
don't know if I'm like
shit.
I'm trying
Smell your panties.
I don't know if you can smell anything on me anymore.
Oh yes.
A little
That's
bit.
still that's
It's
like
just
my kind of scent.
I like as I've gotten older, my like I've always been, because I remember my brother's girlfriend always wore Burberry Brit, which was like a very
Yes, yes.
sort of
Burberry
like,
Brit.
I love and like androgynous smelling things. Like,
yes.
just very like
a unisex type of scent.
bergamot,
Bergamot.
amber,
musky.
yes, like sandalwood, like
Yes.
anything like musky. I really, really like.
I like a warm, yeah.
I think, because I'm going to go to Escal after this because I want to buy a candle. But then they also have a perfume there that I've been like, should I just buy it?
What is
And
it?
It's called I Don't Know What. And it's like it's actually meant to be a layering perfume because it's like a pheromone thing. So you like spray it on and it's like a little bit different for everyone, but it's good for layering. And I've sprayed it on me before. And my sister also has like really good taste in scents. And whenever I was like, have you smelled I Don't Know What? She's like, that's my favorite. And I was like, I feel like I have to get it.
Well, your birthday's coming up, so good to know.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
should
you
I
should get it.
Should I not buy it then?
Maybe not.
It's like really expensive.
It's up to you,
though.
but I wouldn't.
Maybe I'll go and spray it on myself.
Okay.
Or, like I think they have smaller sizes, so maybe I'll buy the smaller size.
Yeah.
But I am a scent snob.
Same. I have like so many perfumes too. I don't have one signature scent, but
Yeah.
like I have a couple that I'm rotating.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't even remember how
the
we got
one,
here.
The one that came up in
Oh,
my
the confidence.
mind.
Yeah.
One of the things that's been making me feel more confident is like when I perfectly snatch my wig.
Hey.
Yes.
Because Especially because I've been having a lot more body dysmorphia recently with like the baldness of it all. And I think it's also just because I have more time by myself, not at main stage. And it was like kind of annoying because I would have to put my wig on every day for main stage. And it became like, it's kind of like monetizing the thing you love. Like, because I had to put the wig on all the time, I was like starting to hate it and be like, fuck, this fucking hurts.
I don't want to put the
It always feels like when I would take it off, it's like taking your bra off at the end of the day where it's like, oh, thank God.
Yes.
But
And then you
lately,
get a big sniff.
since I will put it on when I want to put it on, when I like perfectly like align it or the hairline looks really good, I'm like, fuck. I'm like feeling really good and it'll like make me feel really sexy. And then the other thing is just like a really sexy pair of jeans. That's another
A good
thing.
pair of jeans is great.
God, like
It's so hard to find. If I'm
and
being
like
honest.
I wasn't liking wearing jeans for a while because it's just like annoying and structural. But I got like a stretchy pair from Nordstrom Rack that's really been hitting for me.
Nice.
And I just love when you get like a little like glimpse of your ass in the mirror and you're like, it's hitting.
I love that.
I love that too.
Ooh, I have been getting back into like hot yoga and like working out. When I was living at home with my parents, I just was going to the Y and was just kind of like moving my body so I didn't want to like
Classic. Been there.
Love that.
If you knew,
super depressed.
if you knew
I really
how
get that.
many times we've had to bleep out myself on this podcast.
It's almost every episode.
Shelby's marking it right now.
I was like, Shelby, why are you bleeping it out? But then it's like, oh, because they'll literally take it off the Spotify.
But luckily I'm on Prozac now and I like just, my spice of life is like back and I've been going to a new gym and I just love it. Like I love working out and feeling strong and like sweating and I just like feel so in my body and it feels like I just feel like a bad bitch. And it's just like I love sweating. I love like leaving hot yoga or like my weightlifting classes. And it's just like just a very empowering feeling. So yeah, I think like just moving my body in like a consistent type of way has been like making me feel like super confident lately.
The euphoria after a hot yoga class is so good.
Unstoppable.
And like, because I'm so lightly employed and I work at a yoga studio, I basically am there just every day taking whatever. And when I'm not working there and I'm like feeling myself get stronger. And that's like the best feeling ever of being like, holding a plank a little bit longer than you would. Or like I've been really, because I can be very stay in my comfort zone in terms of working out and in terms of like, or I'll think of things, I'll be like, well, I can't do that. I've never been able to do that. And I've been trying to challenge myself in those moments of being like, well, why don't you just try? And so like even like a side plank where it's like people like lift their leg up. I'm like, well, I can't do that. Like I've never been able to do that. And so I'm like, and then I'm like, and then I'm like, wait, maybe I can do that. And I've just put these own limitations on myself. What does it look like if I just try? And I feel like whenever you have like those tiny wins, then you're like, oh my God, where else in my life am I doing that of like, well, that's not me, or I can't do that. It's very confidence building to like
love it.
Feel strong.
And like I in the past, like in my eating disorder for so long, like movement was such a chore of like, I have to do this so I don't gain weight or whatever. And now it's like such a form of like joyful movement for me. So it's just like, it feels so good because I'm like, oh, I'm choosing to do this because I genuinely enjoy it and it makes me feel good. And it's like, it's just like a good place to be.
The best.
Oh, I love that.
What a treat.
Julia, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
for
on.
doing this. So
This
fun.
was
Could have
so
talked
much
for so
fun.
much longer.
Truly.
Consider yourself having 2 new friends in Chicago.
Truly.
Whether you want them or not.
No, I want it. I want it.
And yeah, well, we have to have some collabs on some workshops or something.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I want to go to your dance class.
No, please. I will send
Okay.
it.
Well, until next time.
Yeah. Bye.
I can't wait to tell you.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I have to sing it by myself.
Yeah. And we're so sorry.
I can't wait to tell you.
Yes. Period.